Here we have some vines, grapevines, and as noted, they're empty at the moment, although this too is an important part of the year because you can see how this is the time Eta Zamir Higia. And in this case, it's the time when we clip the branches to be able to make room for new, fresh branches to grow. And on those branches, we're going to actually have the good grapes for the coming year. Okay, so that's why you can see they're cut at very nice angles. Okay, so every part of the year has its special attribute to it. But I actually want to talk about the base of the plant itself, because there's an interesting nevuah in Yechezkel, which I always found hard to understand, where Hashem tells him to take two etzim, and on one of them to write Yehuda and one Yisrael, and to hold them together, or put them together, and this is supposed to symbolize something, and I couldn't understand. He's walking around with two blocks of wood that he carved into, and he's holding them together, so apparently not. The way it works is as follows, and this is fascinating. You have wild grapes, or grapevines, and you have cultured grapevines, meaning the ones that we, in essence, we take the ones that bring the best fruits, and we try to reproduce those, and recreate those, or even duplicate them. However, there's a problem. The vines that give the best fruits for wine are not necessarily the ones that attach best to the land. There's some that really have good roots that connect very well to the land. They grow easily. But on the other hand, those wild ones that grow easily, and that's why they grow wild, they don't give the best grapes for wine. But if you could put the two together, so then you can have like a super plant, where basically you have the roots which are so good of connecting to the land and getting what they need and surviving because they're from the wild plants. And on the other hand, you have the cultured plants, which we attach to them. And these cultured plants are excellent at giving the very best grapes for wine. This is a process called harkava, where in essence, you split open a branch and you attach a foreign branch and you basically bandage it together, really attaching them, and in that way they unite into one plant. Imagine, imagine if Malchut Yisrael, which is so good at connecting to the nations around it, but has its flaws in that it has difficulty really keeping to Torah and mitzvot. And Malchut Yehuda, which is so good at, or better at least, at keeping to Torah and mitzvot, but it's really not so good at connecting to the nations around it. What if the two could work together? Where Malchut Yehuda can keep Malchut Yisrael strong, and Malchut Yisrael can help support, strengthen, and send forth the message of Malchut Yehuda and the nation as a whole. That's perhaps the idea that Yechezkel is trying to share. We're going to get another chance. We're going to come back and we're going to do it right. We're going to unite. Each will use its strength. And that way we'll be able to overcome the weaknesses and challenges that each of us has. And as a nation, we'll really be able to send the words of the Torah and the messages of the Torah to the entire world.